Good
Only
morning,
six.
sir.
Hi, morning. Only six people are there. Remaining first hour class, I think, whether it is physical or virtual, people take time. Okay, let's get started. Let them join. Okay. Um, Introduction to economics. This is the first topic in your syllabus. You will be learning today what is economics, why I have to study economics as an engineer, what is microeconomics, what is macroeconomics. Just only the definition. Macroeconomics as a separate lecture we will talk today. Microeconomics for another couple of days following that. So that's our plan. Before going to economics, what is economics? First, let's say why we should learn industrial engineering and management first. What is so significant about this particular subject? I've made a pie chart. Of course, people who are having or working in a fabrication industry, assembly industry, manufacturing industry will agree to this pie chart. For certain companies, this pie chart may not be applicable as such, but for most of the industries, it will be applicable. If you ask, maybe if your father is an engineer or your uncle or relatives, close relatives or engineers for many years in industry, you ask them how much percentage of the technical subjects they have studied, like thermodynamics, engineering, mechanics, or strength of material, or even like that. No? We study, or we will be studying a lot of technical subjects. How much percentage of that subject they have used in their engineering career? Even you can ask a retired engineer. You, if you take a wide survey, not just one person or two person, you take a wide survey, 10 people, for example, at least, and take average percentage of what they told, it will be around 20%. So only 20% of what we learn in BTech, entire subject, about 50 subjects, it will be useful to the extent of only 20%. Whereas, what is meant by soft skill? It's not what we learn in soft skill classes, but how well you are able to go along with a team, how well you are able to lead a team, that plays a critical role, major role in industrial atmosphere. Your teamwork skill, all that. So that comes, you know, about 30% of industrial, your success in industry. Then remaining 50%, if you look at it, about 45% of the knowledge, the skill set that is required is your industrial skills and managerial skills. What we will be studying in this particular subject will be useful to the extent of about 45%. This is very much applicable to fabrication industry, assembly industry, manufacturing industry. Maybe if an industry is purely research oriented, this may not be applicable to this much percentage. The percentage will be slightly less. But whatever the industry that I told, for those industries, it is to the extent of 45%. It will be useful. Imagine studying all 50 subjects and having knowledge required for only 20%. Studying one subject, which is, you know, contributing to 45%. You should know how much importance that you should give to this particular subject while learning. Right. Next, sir, I am an engineer. I am an engineer. why I should learn this economics. Why I should learn this industrial engineering and management subject. I thought engineering is, something like learning to build a building, or learning to design a machine, learning to mm, repair a machine, troubleshoot a machine, write a program, you know all those things. I thought that is engineering. But as an engineer, why I should do this industrial engineering and management? Hold on for a minute, I'll be. Okay. 31 people have come. 32. It's already 8:07. Fine. Let's get started. Let them join. Right. Um, Before other people come, let me start with the story. Uh, Today's topic is economics. Okay. Then towards the end, we will tell why we have to learn economics, why we have to learn engineering, uh, industrial engineering, and other clarifications. Long ago, there was a king. There was a king. He is very young, about his 25 age. So he was made as a king. He just finished his education, and made as a king. He wanted to perform very well as a king, and make his country very prosperous. So he went around the world, country after country, and asking successful kings what is the secret behind the success of their country, how to make my country very successful, prosperous, well performing country. He spent about 5 to 10 years time in roaming around the world, because those days, going to other countries is not that easy job, because it is long ago. So um, he gathered a lot of information, came back home, assimilated all his understanding, interactions that he had with many kings, many successful kings, and he found that economics is the subject that he has to master in order to make country very prosperous, very successful country. Then he called his ministers. There are 18 of them. There were 18 ministers under his jurisdiction. So 18 ministers came. By the time he was about 35-year old, he told his ministers, uh, gentlemen, I'd like to learn more about economics. So you guys, please go collect all the material that is available, study material that's available on economics, collect it, and bring it, so that I will study, and then rule the country. It will be, very nice for our country. These ministers went back, did extensive research for about 10-15 years, and came back with big volumes of material. Everybody brought, big volumes of material related to economics. It was full of a room that economics related material were there. By the time the king is about 50 years old, so king saw all this material and then said, oh my god, see, now I am 50 years old, also my administrative work is very high, I may not be able to sit and study the entire material. Do one thing, you make whatever material that you have collected into one book, roughly 500 page, that's what he meant, make in the form of a book. So the ministers had a tough time because they have collected a lot of information. It's really tough to put into all the knowledge into one single book. But it is a king's order, so they went back. They took another 10 years time and made, each one of them made one book of whatever material they have collected on economics. Then again they assembled to find out, the king's remarks on that. King's, by the time he is 60 years old, he had his own son and grandsons, and already he is old. He said, see, ministers, I am very thankful to you that you have done a wonderful job, but at this age, reading 18 volumes of books, even that is difficult. Make it 18 booklets. Booklet means 10 to 15 page each book, that we call it as booklet. So you make it 18 booklets, maybe I'll be able to read. I have time and energy only for that. The ministers were stunned, but it is king's order, so they went back. They took another 10 years time and came back with 18 booklets. By the time the king is already bedridden, he is in 70s, and he is in his evening of his life. He is about to die. Oh my God. The ministers came and told, sir, my lord, we brought 18 small booklets, each roughly 10 page, so you can easily read and understand what is economics. King said, see, I am already all done. I cannot now read even one page. Just tell me in one sentence what is economics and please leave. That was a tough job. Whatever knowledge they have collected so many years, done extensive research, king wants it in just one sentence. The ministers went back, discussed for a complete day from morning till evening, and evening they came back and told, the the king's order is the one sentence, that should be only one sentence, and that sentence should have the whole essence of economics in it. So the essence should not go away. So that is the order. So they came back and they told the king in 18 letters what is economics is. 18 letters is this: there is no free lunch. There is no free lunch is those 18 letters. Of course, what happened to the king, we are not least bothered. He is already in his evening. If you ask people who learned economics very well and ask them to validate this statement, they will agree to it. If you want something, you have to give something. Okay. It is, there is no free lunch. Nobody offers you anything at free of cost. Even if somebody says this is free for you, there is a hidden agenda behind it. Okay, so economics is all about there is no free lunch. In this lecture, maybe in future lectures, wherever appropriate, I will try to link the economics to this particular phrase called there is no free lunch. Okay, then probably you will be able to understand better. Right. What is economics? The first topic is economics in industrial engineering and management. What is economics? Is it study of money? You can unmute yourself and answer. Is it a study of money? You will be having some idea about what is economics.
Study of income, expenses, and savings.
Study of income, expenses, and savings is accounts, isn't it? You you study how much you have earned, that's income. How much you have spent, that is uh, expenditure, and how much you have saved, that's an accounts, isn't it? Do we call it as an economics?
It also deals with import values and demand of the consumers.
Demand of the consumers. Good, good.
And also it studies the country's what we can say per capita income. They would say I mean the country's power in the economical development.
Yeah, okay. How well the country is performing. You can use economics to study the performance of a country, but question is, what is economics?
So study of cash flow.
Cash flow is there is a topic called cash flow. Cash flow itself is a topic. Uh,
Study of trades,
Sorry,
trading, tradings.
trade. Okay, it's called yeah. I have some item. I want to sell it, or somebody else is having some item. They want to sell it. That's called business, commerce. Is it something to do with savings, or since we talked about lunch, there is no free lunch. Is it something to do with lunch? What is economics? I'm sure you are not hearing this term for the first time. You may be aware of the term economics. You will be having some idea, isn't it? So, what is economics?
The study of how money and work progress.
Study of money and
Work, work industry, how they progress.
work industry, how they progress. Uh, okay. These are all certain aspects of economics. Economics. Okay. Good. Very good. Good. We'll see. Economics is study of how one chooses to use scarce resources that have alternative uses to satisfy wants which are varying degree of importance. There are a lot of people who have given definitions. Adam Smith and a lot other people have given their own versions of definitions for economics. In certain books, you can find 10 to 15 definitions for economics, but one which I like the most, which I follow it, is this particular definition. Economics is the study of how one chooses to use scarce resources that have alternative uses to satisfy the needs or wants which are of varying degree of importance. There are three key terms that you should learn. What are the upcoming slides I have discussed? Scarce resources. What is meant by scarce resources? If a resource is available in plenty, abundance, there is no scarcity, then it is not subject matter of economics. For example, sea water, air in country, it's all available in abundance. So normally they don't form the subject matter of economics. If at all you want to call something as economics, that resource that is available should be limited, scarce, only so much. For example, money, wealth. Okay, uh, you can check your own family, however rich you are, that's limited. You have only so much money. There is nobody in the world who has unlimited money. Okay, so I have money. Rice. Okay, rice, for example, you go and check how much rice or wheat you have in your home, that's limited. Okay, you go to a hotel, find out how much food grains they have, either rice or wheat, limited. That's a resource. You can make few things out of it, but that is limited. So anything, let it be electricity, let it be money, let it be idli dosa dough, or it is chapati dough, you can think of anything. For example, resources like the number of petrol bunks that's available. Suppose you are a owner of a petrol pump, the punk, the petrol available with you, or the fuel in general available with you is limited. The Suppose you are a owner of a hospital, the number of doctors and the amount of service that you can offer per day is limited. Per day is limited. So any resource that you can think of that is scarce, not abundant, it's called scarce resources. If it is any resource that is scarce, that's the first criteria that it satisfies to qualify to be called as economics, subject matter of economics. Second, I have a resource, but it is used for only one purpose. I have a resource, it can be used for only one purpose, then it is not subject matter of economics. I have a resource, but have that has many alternative uses. Many alternative uses. What are they? I have few rupees. Okay, I have 50,000 rupees. I should be using that to pay my house rent. I should be using that for the medical purposes. I'll be using that money to go and enjoy my vacation. I'll be using to pay my sons or daughters college fees. I will also save some money for my pension for the later part of my life. So I have money, that's a resource that has varying applications. For example, I have idli dough, okay, rice dough. I can make idli out of it. I can make dosa out of it, plain dosa. Also, you can, you attach prefixes like ghee dosa and masala dosa and egg dosa and whatever. You can make variety of product out of it. That means the idli dough that you have or dosa dough that you have has varying applications, alternative uses for that. Only if a subject matter that we are talking about has the alternative uses, then it becomes subject matter of economics. So condition one, if you want to call a subject matter as economics, the resource should be limited, scarce. Number two, it should have alternative uses. If there's only one use, there is no use of it. Varying degree of importance. What is that varying degree of importance? Uh, I have I have money. I can invest in business A, business B, business C. Three businesses I have, for example. Whether I invest in business A or business B or business C, I'm going to get same amount of return, then it is not subject matter of economics. Then it is not subject matter of economics. The importance for business A, the importance for business B, the importance for business C should be different. Then it becomes subject matter of economics. Then it becomes subject matter of economics. For example, I have idli dough. I simply make a plain dosa and sell it. Uh, Plain dosa, let's say about 40 rupees I get, the returns that I get. I add little bit of ghee, it is 60 rupees. I put little bit of masala, it becomes masala dosa. I sell it at 80 rupees. What is 40 rupees? I add 5 rupees egg along with that. It becomes egg dosa. It becomes 60 rupees. So the the return that I am going to get is varying with the same amount of idli dough that I am having, the rice dough that I am having. If I have varying degree of importance, then it becomes subject matter of economics. I have money. I can invest in plan A, plan B, plan C. Business A, business B, business C. KP, please mute yourself. When you want to talk, you can unmute. Yeah, good. Um, so if the importance is varying, then it becomes subject matter of economics. So basically, what is economics? I have many choices, not just one, as shown in the figure. It is not just one. No, normally you say if you are a married person, of course, naturally not. Many of you, I hope, the wife will come and give you choice. Darling, we will buy. You choose one among this, and you will see only one finger is raised because you will be asked to choose means there should be at least two, but you will be given only one. You will be asked to choose. That will be the condition. Okay, so that's not the case here. There are many alternative users. That means more than one choice is available, and you have to choose one. Choose one among many involves decision making. Choosing one among many involves decision making. So basically, economics is decision science, how to make decisions. Okay, so that's more important than other terms. Economics is all about making right decisions. It's not about saving, it is not about money, it's not about cash, it's not about anything. Economics, the first understanding that we should have about economics is a decision making science, because in economics there are limited resources, there are alternative uses for those resources. I have to choose one among the many users. That means I have to decide one among many. It's a decision science. So economics is a decision making science. How to make that decision? Can I make arbitrarily one? Yes, you can make arbitrarily one, provided if all the uh, alternatives have same uses, like we have shown in the previous slide. Here, varying degree of importance. I have shown somebody's hand fingers of same length. If all the choices are of same importance, you can arbitrarily choose one. That does not become subject matter of economics. It is not arbitrary. In economics, what you choose among the available alternatives should be logical. Yeah, there should be a logic behind it. Why I have chosen that particular choice among various choices, and it should be objective. Simply I have chosen because my father has chosen, I have chosen. Not like that. There is a clear subjectivity. Because of so and so reason, I have chosen. It's a rational. Okay, so the decision should be rational. Rational means logical and objective. No subjectivity, no confusion, no vagueness. Because of so and so reason, I have taken this. That clarity should be there, and there should be a logic behind it. Okay, sometimes clarity will be there, logic will not be there. There should be logic and there should be clarity. If both are there, it is called rational. So your decision should be a rational decision. Also, it should be economical decision. What is meant by economical decision? Already we are discussing the definition of economics, but we are introducing another term called economical. What is meant by economical? Economical means uh, you should get more benefit with less investment. That is economical. Next slide, I have explained that. For that, we do a cost benefit analysis. What is cost? For any activity, what you spend, it need not be just in terms of money that you can think of. Any resource, my time is a resource, my money is a resource. If I have some material, if I am spending for a particular activity, the material is a resource. So if I have some human resources, if I am using the human resource for that activity, human resource is a resource. So What are all the resources I am using is the cost to me to do a particular activity. And because of that activity, I may get some benefit, I may get some profit. Okay, so I may get back some end product. That's called benefit. So I invest something, I get something. So what I invest, need not be money, it can be anything, it can be in any form. And benefit also need not be money alone, it can be in any form. So I do a cost benefit analysis, what I invest, what I get back. And I do a cost benefit analysis. If the benefit is more than the cost involved, then it is called economical. Then it is called economical. Let's go back and try to understand the meaning of economics now. So, economics is all about making decision, economical, rational and economical decision. Economics is all about making rational and economical decision which are varying, which are having varying importance, varying degree of importance, or for the resource which is scarce, for the resource which is scarce. So I have scarce resources. Out of that, I have to make maximum benefit out of it. The decision that I make, or the tools and techniques that is used to make the decisions, is the subject matter of economics. Now we reread the same definition of economics, probably we will understand the economics better. Economics is the study of how one chooses, the decision making comes there. One chooses to use scarce resources that have alternative uses to satisfy the wants or needs which are of varying degree of importance. Do you understand now what economics is? Any questions? Yeah. So economics is the study of how one chooses to use the scarce resources that have alternative uses. Right. The next question is, sir, I am an engineer. Why I should learn economics? What is the need for it? 98, I have completed my BE, and I got placed through campus placement in a company called Tata Phones. The company was making loss for continuously 8 years before I joined. After I joined, also it didn't make profit. That's a different story. But it was making loss when they recruited us. I went there, worked for 2 years, and then during that time, the uh, the reason for making loss, because it is taught us they spend a lot of money on human resource. The salary structure will be good, they pay good salary, they they produce many because they have capacity, and dump it in the market, but they have not got back the money from the dealers. You give the product, and while giving the product you have to get the money for it, isn't it? So that money they could not get it on time. So because of that, there was delay in getting the money. uh, Delay is big. That's the reason, main reason, and we could not get some money. So things went like this. There were times where the general manager, GM, general manager, operations or productions, he used to come and tell, hey man, this month we are not going to produce any phone. We were making telephones, not the cell phones that we have today, but the other telephones, button type telephones, normal telephones, DOT. General manager will come to the meeting and say, this month we are not going to produce not single telephone. So we will simply come to the shop floor. I am production executive. So we used to come about 200 people, come to the shop floor. It's a AC shop floor, air conditioned. We come, sit. There will be a light music always played in the inside the shop floor. we chit chat and then go. When we came, sat, chit chatted, and went back, we didn't make so much of loss. When we produced telephones, we were making more loss than when we were sitting. What is the reason for that? You buy raw material, you have to spend money. For that, you have to take a loan because money is not in hand. It is all sitting in dealers' godown. You produce. Anyway, you have to pay salary to your employees and you give it into the dealers. So the marketing people know, they try to find out where they can sell. There will be dealers, distributors, and once they have enough stock, the distributor or dealer will say, sir, we have enough stock, sir, now we don't want. You know what these marketing fellows will say? Because they have targets, monthly target, yearly target, quarterly target, and all that. To meet the target, this fellow will give an offer. Dealer, sir, you don't have to pay me now. Take 3 months credit. You pay me after 3 months. 6 months credit. You pay after 6 months. Now you take the product. I will bill it on you. I will ship it to your godown. Okay. So these people will do the billing. They shift it to their godowns, and it will be going to dealer or distributor's godown, and it will be lying there. In the records, it will show as if this whatever manufactured is sold, but money will not come back to factory. Only if money comes back to the company, we can use that money to produce next good, isn't it? So we will be unnecessarily producing and dumping it in the market. It is not getting sold the rate at which we are producing. Ultimately, we have been the paying more money, more interest to the bank, more overheads, unnecessary expenditure. If I stop the production, I simply have to pay the company people who are working in the industry. If I am producing, I have to pay extra rent, extra interest. I have to pay the transport for coming, bringing raw material, sending my material. The money that I have invested goes and gets locked in dealers or distributors that never comes back or takes a long time to come back. All these are making huge losses for me. If I am only engineer, I'm an efficient engineer. I simply keep producing it and selling it. That is what that company was doing. It was incurring loss because they didn't know the economics. It is a decision you have to make to produce or not to produce. Certain times, not producing it will be profitable for you. Sometimes, not producing it will be profitable for you. So that decision you have to make on the right time so that that becomes a wise decision and make your company prosperous. To decide how much to produce. In the story that I narrated, how much that I have to produce, if you know, you will not produce more than that. Only if you produce more than what the society can consume, then what society can consume, the market can consume, then only it becomes the surplus quantity that you have produced, and that money you will not get back quickly back to the factory. Whereas if there are demand for 100 phones, you produce only 100 phones, the fellow will give the cash and take the product. That means the day you deliver the goods, you will get the money. Or maybe in 2-3 days time, they will give a check and money will come back to us in 2-3 days time, a week time. Whereas if the market needs only 100 telephones, you manufacture 500 telephones, only 100 they will buy with cash. Remaining 400 telephones, they will say, sir, we don't need so much. But if you want to keep, you can keep. Money we will give after 3 months, after 6 months, they take the credit period. You understand, right? So it is very important to know how much to produce. You may have the capacity to produce more, but you should produce only what is the extent that you can sell in the market. That you should know. That is subject matter of economics. You should be, very good in predicting the demand for your product. Then only you will be able to keep your company in good going. To decide the price, what is meant by deciding the price? You may be the owner of the company, but most of the products, unless you are a monopoly, the price is not decided by you alone. It is decided by your competitors. It is decided by your consumers mostly. I give you a typical example. Do you know how this gold price is fixed? Do you know how this petrol price is fixed? Of course, not in India, in an international market. Let's say, let's make it very clear, not petrol. We will say the crude oil price is fixed. Be very precise on that. The gold price, for example, there will be a lot of buyers and sellers. They do trading online. They do buy sell in the online market. Okay, in the online, when there are more buyers, gold is less. There are less sellers. The demand for the product goes high, and the price of the gold increases. When there are more sellers and less number of buyers, the price of the product comes down. And this online price on a particular day, for example, today, morning 10 o'clock, in another 1 hour time, or 9 o'clock, I don't know exact time, 9 or 10, they go to the market and then find out what is the today's price. That price will be displayed in the gold shops where they are selling gold. Today online price is so much. Then again evening, I think about 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, they take again what is the online price. That will be the price for evening market. Okay, so the price of the gold is decided by, not by the jewelry fellow who sells gold. If you have more gold, you cannot dictate this will be the price of the gold. It is dictated by set of buyers and sellers in the online market. Okay, so any product for that matter, in principle, the price is decided by the market, and according to the market, you have to price your item. Then that's like backward working. So for most of the products, you should know how to do the pricing. You should know what is the market demand. For the demand, what is your market share? For the share, how much I have to produce, I should know. For that, what is my capacity? What is the raw material cost? What is my manufacturing technology? So what is my manufacturing cost? So how should I price it? What will be my profit? If doing all this analysis, if you are able to make profit, you will venture into it. Otherwise, you will not venture into it. Okay, and to do all this analysis, all your technical subject will not come into picture. You should have a knowledge about economics. Then only you will be able to make the first three decisions. The fourth one is to make or buy. What is make or buy decision? In the same Tata phone, I'll give you my own experience there. Because we are Tata company, we have pride. I still feel I'm happy that I happen to work in Tata's group. Very good company, very good group. They value people, they respect people. It has its own brand value. All that is there. The Because it is Tata company, even the lowermost employee, there is a minimum wage fixed. So we will give so much salary to that gentleman. Okay, gentleman or lady, whoever is working. Even for the workers, there are minimum wages fixed, and as per norms, their promotions, the increments, yearly increments, all that we give. If an employee is there who worked for 20 years, his salary will be very high in Tata firms. Not only in Tata firm, any Tata company, other good groups, it will be there. Because I worked in Tata phone, I am sharing that experience. But in many other companies, it is true. All MNCs, good MNCs, it is true. So if I make a telephone using those people, the amount of manpower cost that I am spending is very high. Instead, I give all the raw material to a neighboring company who's a small company who may not have a name, even a name. He will have some 40-50 employees. He will have necessary infrastructure to assemble the phone. We give all the raw material to him. He will assemble it, pack it, and give it to us. The amount of money he spends for assembling one telephone will be much lesser than the cost of telephone we do it in our company. So we give the raw material, we take it back, the total manufacturing cost that we spend, let us say only 10 rupees, the same telephone, if I assemble it in my factory, because of high infrastructural cost, the AC and other things, the wages that I pay to my people, uh, all that, or if I use extra time, I have to pay OT, overtime. Overtime means double the salary I have to pay per on an hourly basis. If I calculate all that, the manufacturing cost that I am going to spend on per phone maybe 20 rupees. If I buy from outside, not buy, if I give it to my subcontractor and get the work done, I may be spending only 10 rupees. Whereas if I make on myself, my own, in my own factory, I spend 20 rupees per product. So you have to make a decision whether you have to make it or you have to buy from your subcontractor. So make or buy decision, you need subject knowledge of economics. You should do costing, you should do this analysis, cost benefit analysis, then you will be able to make this kind of decisions, make or buy decisions. To summarize, as an engineer, I need to learn economics, become very conversant in economics to decide to produce or not, whether it is worthy of producing or if I make loss in producing that. So that decision is first decision. Whether to produce or not is the first decision. Two, to decide how much to produce. So I should know what is the demand for my product. So that demand forecasting, demand supply net dynamics, all that we should know. And to decide the price, what should be the price that's decided by the market, what is the cost that is incurring for me, what should be the profit, whether it will be profitable to do that product to the to the market, that you have to decide. And to decide make or buy decision, whether to make myself or buy and sell it from somebody. These are all some of the key factors that you know that answers why engineers should learn economics. Any questions on this?
Okay.
Is it okay?
Sir, the price of gold you told, no, sir, for
Yeah, yeah,
example,
yeah.
uh, like the price of gold is like, I mean, with respect to the demand of the consumers only, it is fixed. And it's
Yes,
online,
yes.
you told.
Yeah, you're
So, only for the past 20 or 25 years, we are like fully online mode we are doing right now. So, before that, what were they doing to fix the price of gold and crude oil?
yeah, this is a changing dynamics. uh, uh, the online or offline is not the matter. It is a market. It is the market that decides the price. Market means it is not a place, it's not an online portal, it is not the mode online that is important. Market means set of buyers and sellers wherever they meet. If they meet in a physical place, it is called market. If they meet in an online, it is called what, stock exchange, or what do you call mm, the trading platform. Or it's not the platform that defines the market. Okay, the word market itself is uh, is a place or means where the buyers and sellers meet. Suppose a buyer and seller is meeting through a phone call, there is no place called market, but there is still a market for the product. I am selling, for example, I have a herb. Really, I have a herb for kidney stone pain. Anybody is having kidney stone, you tell me, will give a leaf. 3 days, kidney stone will come out of it. So I am having some herb. I am not selling it. I am giving free of cost. Let's say I am selling it, and you call me and tell, sir, I have a heavy kidney stone pain, sir, you please give me that leaf. I send you those leaves through a courier. You send me that money through some Google Pay or something, and the trade is done. We never met, we never went to online, we just talked over phone, and commerce is over, the trading is over. Okay, so here there is no online, but still the demand for the leaf will be decided by number of phone calls I receive and number of leaves I sell. So it is not the online market or offline market. It is the number of buyers and number of sellers that you have to focus on. That forms the market, and the market decides the price. Did I answer your question, sir? Is that what you want to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because many times question will be different. As a teacher, I will be talking some nonsense, and student will be thinking, "What man? What I asked? This fellow is talking some nonsense." That should not happen. Whenever you have, if I am answering some wrong way, you should say, "Sir, this is not my question. You should correct me and get the answers for it." Okay, fine. Anyway, I think it is 8:50. We have to stop the lecture. Any other questions are there? Any other questions, please? No. Okay. So, 2 more minutes I will take. I'll just introduce what I am going to talk tomorrow. I am not going to talk today. Whatever I am supposed to talk today, I have finished. So, 2 more slides. Types of economics. One is macroeconomics, other one is microeconomics. Macroeconomics is an aggregate economics. We talk about a larger level that deals with policy decisions for a country, a bigger sector. So the volume is big. So such a idea remains same, but it is for a larger sector. At a level of country, when you talk the economic decisions, we call that as macroeconomics. Microeconomics is about how individuals and businesses take decisions among the scarce resources, among the alternative choices. The economists play two roles. One is scientist, other one is policymaker. Scientists simply explain how the world is behaving, whereas policymakers dictate how the world should behave. Uh, Accordingly, you have two types of analysis: descriptive analysis and prescriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis is analysis of doing how the world has performed, and prescriptive analysis is how world should perform you prescribe. So these two types of analysis, you call it as positive analysis or normative analysis as well. To summarize, we just introduce what is industrial engineering, how what is economics, why engineers should learn economics. Just introduce what is the terms, what is macro and microeconomics. Tomorrow's lecture, we will talk about what is macroeconomics, and then we will go ahead. I think 40 of you are present. I would like to take attendance. As I take attendance, you can keep going from the class. Please give attendance and then only leave.
Sir, how should we give attendance?
I will be calling now, please.
Okay.
Please wait for a moment. Because you people are late, I delayed it today, being a first hour. But I think you people should come a bit early, join the class early so that we can finish attendance. Okay. Shanmukh, yeah, please unmute yourself and be available. Maybe I will share the screen so that you can also see what I'm doing. You are able to see the attendance screen. Soham,
Present, sir.
Nachiket,
Present, sir.
as you give attendance, you can leave.
Yes, sir.
Shravan,
Present, sir.
Abhilash,
Present, sir.
Charian,
Present, sir.
Saktivel,
Present, sir.
Paranivel,
Present, sir.
Arun,
Present, sir.
Dhruv,
Present, sir.
Hari Venkatesh,
Present, sir.
Soumya,
Present,
Soumya
sir.
Kumar, yeah, Kritik,
Present, sir.
Sai Prashant,
Present, sir.
Harika,
Present, sir.
Anurag,
Present, sir.
Shreyas Kumar Jain,
Present, sir.
uh, Vaishak,
Yes, sir. Present.
Anirudh,
Yes, sir.
Sri Kumaran,
Present, sir.
Muthukumaran,
Yes, sir.
Adarsh,
Present, sir.
Manoj Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Gauri Shankar,
Present, sir.
Akash,
Present, sir.
Jayantan,
Present, sir.
Ramanjaneya Verma,
Present, sir.
Vijay Prakash,
Present, sir.
Manish,
Present, sir.
Charan,
Yes, sir.
Aditya,
Yes, sir.
Simon,
Yes, sir.
Vamsi,
Present, sir.
Alan,
Present, sir.
Pranav,
Present, sir.
Keshav Kumar,
Present, sir.
Newman,
Present, sir.
Murthy,
எனக்கு கேக்குது.
Murthy, Srivatsan,
Present, sir.
not audible.
Present, sir.
Harish Raj.
Present, sir.
Okay, bye.